The ball tank, and last I left off, I had to go to the craft store and get me a wooden base for it. And this is the bases that I like. They're basically a wooden box with a lid. And bonus, you get basically two bases in one. So you get the top here, and you also get the bottom. One thing I'm going to have to do is, since it's going to have a battery, I got to just drill a hole in the middle here, get that out, and slide the battery and the switch in for the tank there. But I went ahead and added a styrene top just to give me a nice base to work on, and I'm ready to start doing some diorama work, which I'm going to probably end up doing something like that. Try to have the figure, try to offset it just enough, and I'm leaning toward like a building, like right through here, or a destroyed building. And I'll if I do a building, it'll be like I do the base here. It'll be with foam board and some putty and all that. I'll show everyone once I get that far along. But I wanted to show the construction of the base, because I'm a true believer a base will make or break a model kit. So don't skimp on the base when you build a model, because I've seen really excellent build models and not so worthwhile bases, and I've also seen it the other way too. I also seen two modelers that they should have tag teamed, because one guy he could build diorama bases and groundwork, but he really couldn't build the models. And I know another guy, he could build the models, but he couldn't do the groundwork. And if they just tag team, they'd just be a dominant king at show. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway, working on the base here, it's I call it craft wood, but it's once you get some stain on it and polyurethane, it'll look pretty darn slick. But anyway, we are ready to go with the ball tank. So hopefully we'll get a little more done. I'm trying to do a composition. I've been looking at some stuff online, trying to figure out what we want to add, because I want a kind of urban, street environment. I think that would look cool instead of having just, open grass and all that. But anyway, we'll work it out. We want lots of rubble and all that good stuff. Anyway, that's where I am on Mr. Ball Tank. The Phantom base, I'm going to have to go put up Mr. Illuminator, because he's served his purpose, and also it's I only got one, and I don't want to finish painting him, which at one time I was all against illuminators, and now I'm like, now I wish I could have one that I didn't start. But anyway, I ain't complaining. Waiting on Atlantis's reissue, which should be, I would say, January, February, because I think they're on the ball. But on the base, I decided to work on the base. I got the kit, which I vacuum formed, which will be available, but I'm gonna add a little bit, a little extra to it. Not a whole lot, just there's some things I want to add, because I want to put it on mine. And if you see mine, you'll notice there'll be some details on it that's not on the kit. So anyway, I like to make generic kits, because you can always add to it. But anyway, I got the parts cut out. I cleaned most of it up. I took a foam board and cut out the three basic shapes, and I epoxied it on, and you can tell by the tape here. And then I started with some good O-body filler with some blue hardener, and started putting on the basically combining the foam board and the styrene parts together. And this will look like stone once you get painted. And I'll do a little bit of sanding, not a whole lot, just to get the high points off. And I got to go back in and reapply some of it, because you can only work so much at a time. But anyway, there's that. Most of this, the sides here, you're not going to see. Basically, going to be at a 3/4 view, because you want to see the figure and the base. So anyway, I am on that. My next goal is to try to finish getting the corners out. I want to add some brackets here for the door, and then shoot some primer on it and see where we go from there, see what it looks like. Anyway, I'm going to probably add just a little more detail. I may try to make a little more rock indentation in the mold there to be vacuum formed. If not, it does look like stone, and we like to make it simple around here, and I think it'll look pretty darn slick once you get it painted. Phantom of the Opera. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are slowly building the vacuum form Phantom base, and we finally got a base for the ball tank. So that's what we got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.